All right, guys. So, Open 18.3 was announced. Just like in the last workouts, I want to help you guys prepare for it and express your best potential through supplementation. Okay, so how do we fuel? What supplements do we use to maximize this? First thing to note is what the possible limiters are. Okay, so for this workout, for just about everybody, the primary limiter is going to be shoulder muscle endurance. Between the 10,000 double unders that you're doing and all the ring muscle ups, the bar muscle ups, the dumbbell snatches, the overhead squats, everything is burning your shoulders. And I would say that the more fit you are, or the better you are at the sport, the more your shoulders are going to hurt. There is, of course, a point where if your shoulder endurance is amazing and it's your strength and you're really good, then breathing may become an issue because you're able to move through it so fast. But I don't think breathing is going to be the primary limiter for anybody, really, even the most elite athletes. I think that will only become a limiter if somebody's holding their breath and not breathing properly through the movements, and that will increase your breathing. So the biggest thing that we want to look at is how to prevent your shoulders from burning up way too fast. We want to let them be as enduring as possible. And there's a bunch of supplements that we can use for this, so let's dive in. So again, just like the last workout and really any workout, because a lot of research based on circadian rhythms show that peak hormone levels, peak neurological efficiency, and a whole bunch of other markers that are important for performance peak at around 6 to 7 hours after you wake up. If you're doing this workout within 6 hours of waking up, which most people are, then as soon as you wake up, I would take 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine upon wake up immediately before you eat, so it gets absorbed even faster. This will help wake up your nervous system, so to speak. Then we'll dive right into the workout stuff. So 30 minutes pre-workout, so we're gonna get all the goodies. First thing, just like the last workout, pulse. Okay, the link is in the bio below. Legion's Pulse, I use it almost every competition workout, every test workout. It's amazing. It has high dose caffeine. It has a pretty high dose of theanine, which will cut some of the excitability of the caffeine. It has a bunch of other nitric oxide boosters. It has L-citrulline, trimethylglycine. There's a bunch of things that will help. Okay, so I don't even have to list all of those because they're in Pulse. So get that. Side note, if you don't have Pulse, biggest thing is take more caffeine. I would say about 300 milligrams or so. 300 to 600 milligrams based on how tolerant you are to caffeine. For most people, I would take at least a 200 milligram pill, pure caffeine. If you feel like it's going to excite you too much and you get panicky with it, then also take same dose of theanine. So 200 milligrams of caffeine plus 200 milligrams of theanine, which will cut the excitability of caffeine but keep all of its ergogenic effects or performance enhancing effects. Okay, moving on. You're going to add 40 grams of dextrose to the pre-workout shake. This is all in a shaker cup. 40 grams of dextrose. You can go up to 60, but I don't think it's needed for this workout. 40 will give us pretty much the maximal effective dose for this workout in particular. If dextrose screws with your GI system a little bit, 40 grams isn't that much, but some people go up to like 80 grams. It'll mess with their stomach, makes them feel very uneasy. Quick fix for that is using maltrodextrin instead of dextrose. Easier on the GI system, but it'll give you the same energy. Now, this is where we get into the very workout specific stuff. So first, you want to take the higher dose beta-alanine before this workout. And that's because we want to buffer the hydrogen atoms that are going to be rapidly produced by a byproduct of the metabolism that we're using central or regional to our shoulders. So when we're doing, easiest way to example or think about this is if you're doing just a million handstand push-ups, doing 100 handstand push-ups for time, where you max out doing handstand push-ups, you get that really bad burn in your shoulders. That is mainly a product of the of the substrates that are byproducts of your metabolism, of using that same muscle group over and over and over and over and faster and faster and faster. You burn a lot of energy in that region, but because you're burning a lot of energy in that region, there's a lot of byproducts that are spun off. One of those byproducts is hydrogen atoms. How good your body is at getting rid of those hydrogen atoms when they build up will help you last longer before that burn sets in so much where you have to stop. Beta-alanine is magical for this, as is sodium bicarbonate, which is just baking soda. The reason why I didn't write baking soda is because if you ever tried drinking baking soda in the amount that you would need, it's fucking awful. It tastes terrible. It tastes like salty feet. It's fucking awful. I used to take it all the time. It's really bad. There's research shows that there's no advantage to taking sodium bicarbonate if you're already taking beta-alanine. So if we're taking the beta-alanine, we should be good to go, but we want it at the higher dose. We want 5 to 6 grams of this. So Pulse does have beta-alanine in it already, but it only has about 4 grams. So you want to up that. If you have some beta-alanine crystals, just throw it in the shake and we should be good. In addition to that, you want to add in beetroot. You can get this, I would recommend getting beetroot from beetroot powder. I used to drink the beetroot concentrate, and there are products called, one of them is Beet-It. It's a sports drink, and they basically, what they did is they condensed the nitrates, which is why we're taking the beet juice or the beetroot in the first place. They condensed it into a shot. You'd have to take 2 shots in order to get the maximal effective dose, which is way better than taking, say, 1,000 milligrams of beet juice, which is like, 2 pretty big drinks. And you have to take it about 30 minutes to 60 minutes before working out. It will make you throw up. It's pretty bad. It's similar to the feet thing with the sodium. Bad news. I used to drink that too. It's really bad. So the beet juice or the beetroot powder, much safer bet for, I would say, women or people around 150 pounds. You would want about 500 milligrams of beetroot powder. For 200-pound athletes or generally males, you would want about 1,200 milligrams of beetroot. Those are the maximal effective doses. Just to give you an idea, 1 beet has 200 milligrams of nitrates. So obviously you would need about 6 beets if you're a 200-pound male, which is way too fucking many. So you're really not going to be able to eat this either. And a lot of beet supplement powders don't necessarily give you the nitrate content, which is what the 500 milligram and 1,200 milligram content is here, or what's listed. But they usually do tell you how many beets a serving is equal to, and 1 beet is equal to about 200 milligrams of nitrates. So you can kind of do the math. Now, in addition to that, you could add 200 milligrams of something called N-acetylcysteine, or NAC for short. What that does is it prolongs the life of something called glutathione in your bloodstream, which then prevents the breakdown of nitric oxide, which will basically be synergistic with the beetroot. And all of this, by the way, is going to help you move your shoulders more and faster with less of the burn, which is the primary limiter of this workout. So that, in reality and practice, what that would mean is if you do, let's say, if you're pacing it right and you're not like super tense, you can probably get done with those double unders and be able to move to that next thing without that huge lump of shoulder fatigue where you kind of have to like shake it out or bend over. That's what we're trying to get rid of. If you can do that, then you'll increase your performance pretty dramatically. That's about it for 18.3. One other thing I wanted to add is I forgot to, or people were asking me if they're super stressed, what can they do? If you're super stressed about the open or any workout really, then you can take something or an adaptogen. There's a bunch of different adaptogens, but the one that can work pretty effectively acutely, so in the moment, would be something called rhodiola. And you can take 500 milligrams of that. about 30 to 45 minutes before the event to kind of calm the jitters down a little bit, but it won't take away from the other supplements that are listed. Okay, that is it. If you have any questions about these supplements or nutrition or anything, then email me at devin@PerformaFuelNutrition.com. Good luck.